and welcome to section 4.3, where we're going to use system of equations to solve super fun word problems. Okay, so which the book describes as applications. So we're going to have we're going to work on mixture applications, interest, and then cost and revenue. So let's just jump right into it. We have here a science center sold 1,363 tickets on a busy weekend. The receipts totaled 12,146. How many adult tickets and how many child tickets were sold? So this is a kind of like a quantity times price equals total cost kind of thing, or total value, right? And then we have adult tickets, and then we have child tickets. Now the question is how many adults and how many child. So we'll let X be the adult tickets and Y be the number of child tickets. We know that the adult tickets cost $12, the child tickets cost $7. So together, the amount of money brought in by adult tickets would be represented by 12X. And similarly for child tickets is 7Y. So together the receipts totaled this much. So 12X plus 7Y equals 12,146. Well, what else do we know? We know that the total amount of tickets sold was 1,363. So we also know that X plus Y is equal to 1,363. Now, we could solve this using elimination. So let's go ahead and multiply everything by negative 7. So negative 7. So what that gives us here on the bottom, that's going to give us negative 7x minus 7y equals, and then 1363 times 7. Let's see here, because I totally know how to do that. Just kidding. Sometimes I just want to make sure. 541. So negative 9,541. So then the other equation can stay the same. 12,146. So this, when we add them, the 7s will cancel. I'm going to put the result over here. So we get 5x equals, and then 12,146 minus 9,541. So that gives me 2,605. Divide by 5. We get X is equal to 521. So this is the number of adult tickets. So to find the child tickets, we plug it into the second equation. So we have 521 plus Y is equal to 1363. So 521, 1363 minus 521. This is a 521. And so Y is equal to 842, and that is child tickets. Okay, so that's our answers right there. Okay, not too bad. Let's do another one. Here we have Juan has a pocket full of nickels and dimes. So the total value of the coins is $8.10. So we have quantity times the value. So quantity times the value equals total value. And we have nickels and we have dimes. Okay, so total value is $8.10. The number of dimes is 9 less than twice the number of nickels. So let's first let's go ahead and let this be X at this be Y, because that's what they're asking for. How many? They're asking for the quantity. The value of a nickel is 0.05. The value of a dime is 0.10. Multiply across. Okay, the total value is $8.10. So you can already write an equation. Plus 10y, 0.10y is equal to $8.10. And what else we know? The number of dimes is, so number of dimes is 9 less than twice the number of nickels. Okay, so those are our two equations. We can substitute one into the other. So we get 0.05x plus 0.10 times the quantity, 2x minus 9. That's because we substituted this into this y right here. And that's going to equal $8.10. So let's continue. Let's distribute. So we have 0.05x plus 0.10 times 2 is 0.20x, right? Or 0.2x minus, and then this is 0.9 equals 8.10. So add 0.9 to both sides. And also combine these like terms. So we get 0.25x is equal to $9, or no, $8. Oh no, yeah, that's right. Sorry. Let me erase this. That's going to be $9, sorry. Or just 9. So let's divide everything by 0.25. And that's going to give us the number of nickels and dimes. I mean, the number of nickels. X is nickels. So let's divide that. So 9 divided by, that's going to be 36. So X equals 36, and that's nickels. So how many dimes? We know that we need to plug it into here to get the number of dimes. So 2 times 36 minus 9, that's going to be 72. Minus 9, and that's 63. 63 dimes. Okay. Alrighty. Let's continue. So notice we've been using these little trail things, these little chart things. Carson wants to make 20 pounds of trail mix using nuts and chocolate chips. Okay, so we have nuts, we have chocolate chips, and then we have together, or the trail mix, right? Trail mix that he makes. So we have quantity times cost or price, unit price, right, equals total cost or total value. Okay, so here we have his budget requires that the trail mix together costs him $7.60 a pound. Okay, he wants to make 20 pounds. All right, so how many nuts? And nuts cost $9 per pound, and chocolate chips cost $2. So let's that be X and Y. Multiplying across, we get 9X and 2Y. And then we multiply across here, we get 20 times 7.6. All right. So we have two equations that we can use, right? We can use the fact that the sum, so both nuts and chocolate chips have to equal to 20. And then also that 9x plus 2y is going to equal 20 times 7.6, which is 152. So we have 9x plus 2y equals 152. So if I take this first equation and multiply it by -2, right, all of this, I'm going to get here, so -2 right here. So that's going to be minus 2x minus 2y is equal to -40. Let's combine these two, and what do we get? These will cancel out. We get 7x is equal to, and then 152 minus 40 is 112. Divide by 7. We get x is equal to, let's see here, 7 goes into then 16. So 112 divided by 7 is 16. And then that represents the number of nuts. What about chocolate chip? Well, since x plus y is equal to 20, 16 plus y is equal to 20. That implies that y is equal to 4. So 16 pounds of nuts, nuts. And then the other one is 4 pounds of chocolate chip. Pounds chocolate chips. All right. Let's do here, we have a mixture, so similar, except that we're using concentrations, okay? So it's amount or quantity each times the concentration, the percent. It's usually given in a percent, and that's equal to the a total, we could say total, or we could say the actual concentration. Let's see here. Let's see here, my notes. Okay, amount, I guess you could say amount is good. Okay, so we have two types. We have the 25% type of solution, and then we have the 50% type, and then the total combined is going to be 40%. Okay, so she wants to make 200 milliliters of this solution of sulfuric acid. Okay, the 25% one is, let's call that X, and then let's call the 50% Y the amount. The concentration, of course, is 0.25 and 0.50. That comes from the percentages. Multiply across to get the amount in the solution, and then 200 times 40. So that should be let's see, times 0.4. Sorry, that should be 80. So I'm just gonna write it here, times 0.4, 80. Okay, so we have two equations. We have 0.25. Oh, sorry, this is a Y. 25x plus 0.5y is equal to 80. And then we have x plus y is equal to 200. So there's a couple of things we can do. We can multiply the top by 100 and get rid of the fractions, the decimals, same thing. Or we can multiply everything by like 0.25 or 0.5 and then get rid of one of them. So let's just multiply the bottom one by negative 0.25. So that's going to be negative 0.25 x. So I'm going to write that somewhere. What did I do? Okay, so this is going to be, where should I put this? I'll put it maybe up here. Negative 0.25x minus 0.25y equals, and then 1/4 of 200, so negative 50. Right? Hold on here. It keeps doing that. And then underneath that, we can write this one here, 0.25x plus 0.5y equals 80. So if we combine them, the x's will cancel, and you're going to get negative positive 0.25y is equal to 30. So divide by 0.25, in other words, 1/4. You should get 120 for 30. So 30 divided by 0.25 is 120. And that's the number, that's the amount of 50%, or the units of 50% solution. So let's find x, but we know x plus y is equal to 200. So x plus 120 equals 200, minus 120 minus 120. We get x is equal to 80. So that's it. So we have 80 units, 80 of the 25% solution, and 120 mils, I guess it's in mils, of the 25% of the, 120 of the 50%, sorry, solution. Okay. So this one is a simple interest problem. Remember that interest is equal to PRT. So Adnan has 40,000 to invest, and he hopes to earn 7.1% interest per year. He will put some money into a stock fund that earns 8% a year, and the rest into bonds that earns 3% per year. So we have principal times rate times PRT. Okay, so time, and then we need another one, equals interest. So then principal, we don't know. We know that the total is going to be 40,000. Okay, so this could be X and Y. The rate is given for each one. The stock fund earns 8% per year. The bonds earns 3% per year. Okay, Time is going to be just for 1 year. Multiply across 0.08x, 0.03y. He hopes to earn 7.1% interest. So then that's going to be multiplied here, 0.071 times 40,000. Okay, so we have our first equation, 0.08x. Actually, let me start it over here because that's what happens. 0.08x plus 0.03y is equal to 0.071 times 40,000. So what is that? That's 2,840 today. Okay, and then the other equation is x plus y equals 40,000. So you see where we're going with this? We need to multiply this. Let's get rid of the y. So let's multiply that by negative 0.03. So that's going to give me, and I'm going to write the answer underneath, negative 0.03x minus 0.03y equals, and then 40,000 times 0.03 is 1,200. So that's going to be negative 1,200. Okay, we combine these. This is going to be 0.05x equals, this is going to be 1640. So then we divide 0.05 to both sides. X is equal to 32,800. Okay, so that's the amount invested in stocks, right? Stock funds. So then to find the other one, we need to find y. So 32,800 plus y is equal to 40,000. So subtract both sides by 32,800. And we get that y is equal to 7,200. So that's it in bonds. So there you go, and there you go. Okay, the last thing we want to talk about is cost and revenue functions. The cost function is how much it costs to manufacture a unit. So it's basically describing, hey, how much does it cost for me to get this going, plus the fixed cost plus the cost per each unit, which is X. Okay, revenue function is however much you sell it, whatever money you make selling it, right? Profit, of course, is revenue minus cost, right? Because your profit is what you make after you account for the costs. Okay, so break-even point is where they equal each other. So let's see if we can do a problem here. The manufacturer of a weight training bench spends $105 to build each bench and sells them for $245. The manufacturer also has fixed costs each month of $7,000. So let's find the cost function. So it costs him, we can write it C of X, 7,000 fixed. So that's just a constant. But then it's going to be, he spends 105 per each one sold. So that's how much, this is a function of how much it costs him. The revenue function, R of X, is going to equal, since he sells them for $245, so that's just 245X. To find the break-even point, we have to, so it says here, show them on the same grid. Okay, fine. So we have to graph those two. So one of them is going to be 245X. It's going to go high, the revenue function. And then the cost function, it's going to cross at like 7,000. And then it's going to have a positive slope and eventually hit the, and this point where it hits, I'm going to find it algebraically. So how do we find that algebraically? It's where the two lines intersect. So we're going to set these two equal to each other. 245X equal to 105X plus 7,000. Subtract 105X from both sides. And then we get 140X is equal to 7,000. So divide by 140. And what do you get? 7,000 divided by 140, 50. Okay, so that's how many, that's for the, that's the break-even point. So when 50 benches are sold, that means that the cost and the revenue are both the same. So what is R of 50? R of 50 is 245 times 50. That's going to be 12,250. And notice the cost of selling 50 is equal to 105 times 50 plus 7,000. And that's also equal to 12,250, which makes sense because that's the break-even point. So at this point here, you have 50 and 12,250. Okay. Okie dokie. And that's it for this section. Here's your super fun homework. It's odd or every other odd. Whatever is up to you. Good luck, happy studying, and I will see you in the next video.